In the last few videos, we've been working a lot with the NetStream class. I mentioned that you can always look it up under the Help menu if you want to find more about it. Let's take a second to do that real quick. Go to the Help menu, search for NetStream. You go under ActionScript 2.0 Language Reference, and you select NetStream. This menu pops up. It's a good description of NetStream. Here's some properties right here. Notice that these are all read-only properties. Buffer length is the number of seconds of data currently in the buffer. Buffer time is whatever you set when you use netstream.setBufferTime. We already used bytes loaded and bytes total. You can check the current number of frames per second. We're going to use this property here, time, when we create our little preloader and progress bar. Some event handlers on cue point, on metadata, and on status. On cue point happens whenever a cue point comes in your video. On metadata, it's whenever Flash gets the metadata information from your FLV file. We use this already, but if you click on it, there's a little bit more detail here. You can come here and then check that out. Remember, we just looked at duration. There's also all these other things that you can use with the onMetadata event handler. And remember, those are stored within the object. We called ours p_info. It says info object right here when you create the function. So when you're creating the function, you give a variable name. That would be the info object. It's of the type object. You access the metadata information by getting it from that object, because that's where all the information is stored. On status, we're going to be working on the later video, but if you click on that, you'll see a bunch of different things you can do there. Remember here in the constructor summary area, this is what we use to add the net connection to the NetStream. Down here in the method summary, close sets the time to 0, stops playing the video. Pause can actually pause and resume playback. So within the parentheses, we didn't define anything when we used the pause method, but you can use it to press the button once and it pauses the video, and you press it again, you can play the video from the same spot. You would use pause and then you would put true in the parentheses to do what we did, but if you wanted it to play, you would put false in the parentheses. Play, we already used that. Seek you can use to hunt down a keyframe. And set buffer time, we already used that as well. So that's just a breakdown of all the properties and methods and events of the NetStream class.